Hey, George, it's your boy Domination. This is back in the basics. You're gonna do society detect, baby. My name is back. You know what it is. So this is real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. That's what preach on. And today's topic to talk about is the only place you ever go get it. Only place you ever go get it. Oh, place you ever go get it. Stupid. Only place you ever go get it. Only place you ever go get it. Only place you ever go get it is right back, baby. The only place you ever go get it is right back basic. And today's only place you ever go get it is right back basic. And today's topic to talk about is real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Press the word preach on. And today's topic to talk about is y'all need to watch this video. Raphael Paul called Obama a total pussy on live television. Y'all need to listen to this. Y'all need to listen to this shit. Y'all really do. Y'all need to listen to this.
What's going on? Let's get right to the president's speech last night on terrorism. I'm bringing in Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Peters. Ralph, I have a question for you. I know you watched last night. I want to know, what were you saying to the TV as the president was speaking? What was your commentary as the president's speech unfolded?
First of all, he keeps speaking about we can't give in to our fears. Don't be afraid. Look, Mr. President, we're not afraid. We're angry. We're pissed off. We're furious. We want you to react. We want you to do something. You're afraid. I mean, this guy is such a total pussy. It's stunning. And we want you, we the people, the American people, whom he does not know in any intimate sort of manner. We want action. We want action against Islamic State. And then, when the president's telling us, he is going to destroy ISIS. This is a president who has done more harm to American police departments than he has done to the Islamic State. This is a president who restrains our military. He uses it not to defeat ISIS, but for political purposes, for political cover. This is a president who doesn't want to hurt our enemies. This is a president who cares more about thugs in Guantanamo or thugs in Ferguson, Missouri, than he does about law-abiding American citizens and the right to live in safety.
I could check.
You hear that? You hear that? But I'm gonna read this to you. You hear that? Like this shit right here. You can tell they try to protect this money system, and they're doing it right now. So I already know who the Ku Klux Klan are. They ain't nothing but the original Knight Templars. They're the banking. We wouldn't be in this mess if it wasn't for this man right here, Johann Friedemann Blumenbach. Johann Friedemann Blumenbach, 11 May 1752. That's when he was born, and he died in 22 in January the 1840. Was a professor of physical and naturalist and a physical psychologist and anti-psychologist. He was the first. He was the first to explore. He was the first to explore the study. Hold on for a second. Hold on. All right, let's go back. Okay, he was the first to explore the study of mankind as expected of the natural history and teach in expected of anti-Thomas are implied to the classify of what he called the human race, or which he is demanded there to be five. Yeah, this guy, he was born, got the, and got a generate. Because of him, he broke five races and put all races skulls together. Blumenbach, okay, believe in race, belief on race. Blumenbach work, including his description of six human Kensto skulls, and posted it originally in The physically as durably when rusted a gotcha generate 1790 and 1828. This was a follow of the work for others scientists in half of the field of connectivity. He divided the human species into five races in 1779. 1779. Later found on the credible research and description of the human skulls and called them 1793, 1795. The Caucasian or the carcass, they say, Caucasian or the white race. The Caucasian or the white race, the Mongols or the yellow race included all East Asia and some Central Asia. Then the Malay race or the brown race, including Southeast Asia and Pacific Islander. The Ethiopian or black race included Sub-Saharan African. See, this is why that when you say the term African American, I guess we're all Ethiopians, right? But how the fuck Ethiopians was the first Africans? How the hell Nigerian came apart? See, this is what I need to goddamn say. No wonder why white people went to Africa and colonized that country and have sex, because after the Moors colonized of Europe. They have to. This is why there's so much mixing. But then then you got the Malays came around. No, the Mongols came around after the Europeans, and then Africans. Then the Malays, the Latino race. Then you got the American or the red race, including American Indians. I thought Caucasian and American. You know what? Never mind. Because when you say red, it's still European, but white, they talking about damn Sweden. When they talk about Caucasian or white, they're talking about Sweden or Georgian or Russia or France or German, all of them. They talking about these Europeans. This is why you hear white supremacists always say, "Well, this is what we describe what a white person look like." They didn't talk that shit then. I mean, fuck Fox News. I mean, these people. They call Obama total pussy on national TV. I will kick these goddamn boy. If I was Obama, I will kick these wrinkled, barefoot, naked ass. I will kick their ass, both of them, because it goes to show you that we live in a society. People been known to fuck with people, and that's what people do. If you don't want somebody to fuck with you, don't fuck with a bat. Y'all worried about ISIS, but what ISIS in it? But y'all the same ones with this ice bucket challenge. Ice somebody up. Then you got the fire challenge. They get burned to death. They showing a black boy getting burned to death and died. And then some whites didn't anticipate that, but everybody's in the ice bucket challenge. These people are a joke. Don't think CNN and Fox News ain't working together, because they is. Y'all better get the head out of y'all ass, because these are the same people. And thanks to Christopher Minity and Johann Richard Federman Blumenbach, those people are the real reason why there's so much racism. From the goddamn Caucasus region of the Caucasus Mountain, they talking about Armenian, Kazakh, Georgian. And then you got Rusty in two races. Look how he described Caucasian and the Mongols. He considered Caucasian to be more physical attracted than the Mongols. Notice, because they have the paler skin. Europeans are also more sensitive and more vigilant and vascular than Mongols. Later, he would make a million restricted within the Caucasian group. including that the Germans are the most attractive and developed of people on earth. The name Caucasus is derived from the southern Caucasus and Trans-Caucasian region, or what are now the country of Armenian, Kazakh, and Georgian, because he considered the group of this regions to be the archetype or the testament of the neotype for the group. Look how he described it. But it says Georgian. Look what it says right here. Caucasian variety. I take the name of this variety from the Caucasus Mountains, both because it's the neighborhood and probably the southern slope produce the most beautiful race of men. Look what it says. That sounds like questionable act of sexual reference or gay reference, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I mean Georgian, and because all the physical or reason to cover it to this, that in that region, if anywhere, it seems like we are fighting with the greatest prototype, prototypically to the place the prototype of the original of members of the mankind. Look how he described white people in two groups. In his early racial opposites, that immediately put the forth that Caucasians have the whitest and the most delicate skin. Europeans with darker skin, he considered dirty whites who admix with Mongols, much as a rebuke at the prejudice of the racial scientific as a racial classification, where the skin pigment was enriched as the different races, and this view was shared by French unnatural and Josephinians, who believe that the Caucasians are the most palest skinned Europeans. This is some bullshit. This is more bullshit than anything. This is some bullshit. For a group of people to believe they are Aryans. I'm going to say this to black people. Would you please stop talking about white fucking supremacy? Because I don't want to hear about white supremacy. Fuck white supremacy. It's a fucking joke. All white supremacy is preaches on these people believe they are Aryans. These people believe they are Nazis. They believe they come from Atlantis, whatever the fuck you call it. How many people look at the world? How many people look at Love of Hip Hop of Atlanta? I guess black people part of this so-called master race that a lot of people believe. And even fucking Pluto. What do you think Pluto was about? Yeah, these people trying to protect this goddamn caste system, and it goes to show you they didn't fuck with the Rothschild. Oh hell no. They won't fuck with the Rothschild. They won't fuck with all these other people. But my uncle told me this, that Barack Obama is the number one chosen priority from the Rothschild to get him to fund to be the run for president. If you don't have to believe me, do your own research. Some people say that Big Brzezinski put him in charge of the run for president to fund Obama, put him in there. Yeah, some say he was funded by the Ku Klux Klan, which that's hard to believe. And then you got Suburban Supreme Court. You got all of them funded over Obama that wanted him to run for goddamn president. Why y'all put this man in fucking office if y'all think that he's not doing a goddamn fucking great job? Let me say to this. He may be a pussy, but why y'all put him in there? See, you see what the fuck I'm talking about. You see what the fuck I'm talking about. Look at the people we got to deal with. It's these people. It's these people keep telling you they need to make up their fucking mind. Are they going to side? Let's not integrate with black people. A couple of years ago, they did not want to fucking integrate with fucking black people. Now they want to integrate with blacks. You see what the fuck I'm talking about? The word slave has come from Slav. Basically strip a motherfucking stain, a goddamn enemy. That's what the word slave means. But it's come from Slavs. That means that the Moors must have slaved the Slav people. And basically the chattel slave forced slave, and forced marriage. I'm sick and tired of people saying, oh, we're such a fucking slave. I don't want to hear that bullshit. For years, they've been lying to these women. They get the word feminist that came from a Frenchman, Charles Forward. Go look him up. His name is French is Martin Charles Forward. Go look him up. This man was born. He was born. He was born. He was fucking born, man. Go look him up. Yeah, this man, Charles Forward. And I'm gonna keep talking about this man. Why that's not been talking about? Look at this. Charles Forward. French is Marjorie Charles Forward. Yeah. I'm not going to read this anymore, but you can go look it up. Forward was also a supporter of women's rights in a time of period when the influence like Jacques and Russell was in president. That Forward believed that all supported jobs should be open to women on the base of the skills and attitude rather than closing of account of a gender. He speaks women as individuals, but not have human couple. Forward saw that traditional marriage could potentially hurt women as the rights. Listen what it says. Traditional marriage could potentially hurt women's right as human beings and through never married, written before, and the advocate of the term homosexuality. Forward recognized that both men and women have a wide range of sexual needed. They need each other. Why is it saying this? Why is it saying that? This shit should have been talked about in CNN. Why this stuff is not talked about in ABC? Why this not talked about? I bet you they knew about this. I bet you they knew about this. And preference of which may change throughout their lives, including the same-sex sexuality and the relativity. He argued that all sexual expression should be enjoyed as long as people are not abusing each other, meaning that men and women killed their produce. How the hell that women gonna have a baby without a man's sperm, and how the hell a man gonna start to have a family without a woman's womb? He came out of fucking female goddamn fucking womb. See, women are just like gardens, men are just like seeds. The more you plant the seed in your garden, that means you gotta take care of each garden you try to take care of in your own damn backyard. See, this is where men fucked up at. They figure if I could drop each seed in everybody else's backyard, that means that I ain't gotta look at everybody else's backyard. No, you gotta look at your backyard before you trying to look at everyone else. See, that's where they fucked up at. And then you got the women. They've been seen as garden. But what do? They let all the different seeds come in their garden, and knowing they can't grow every one of these gardens. How they gonna let too many damn garden to grow? They gotta grow one garden to the next one. This is where men and women mess up at, and that affirmative one is different can actually lead and as a socially integrate. Forward concern was to liberate every human individual, man, women, and child, in two sense of the education and the liberty of human passion. Yeah. Why that's not been talking about? You know, I swear, Fox Clan, yeah, huh? These are the same people that own 21 Fox company, something like that. I never liked Fox. I never liked Fox News. Because they have this obsession of what they say about black folk. They have this obsession Go look this man up, man. French Quad is and mentally the Charles Ford. Go look this man up, man. Go look this man up, man. I swear, it came from a fucking white guy, and he was 65 years old, and at the day he died. I blame white dudes for this. And this guy believed in this utopia socialist. Yeah, utopia socialist. When they think of Red Bank, it's a 19th reference, don't it? The Red Banks. Let me say to this, man. The Ku Klux Klan are original damn Knight Templars. If it ain't from England, a Dutchman fucking Republic somewhere, Dutchman is just like damn German and Greek and French and English and all the rest. There is no different. And they talking about angels of Saxons. They talking about there's a big ass giants over there in Scotland years ago or Ireland somewhere that they say somehow they describe what a giant supposed to look like, and they was identified as being seen as black. Now I don't know how true that is. They're Black Irish. They had a movie called Black Irish. They even said that Irish people was the niggas of Europe. They even said that, and right on the goddamn, I'm like, damn. They've been enslaved by Britain. Hell, they've been enslaved by Britain. So is Italians. They used to call them the WAP, which means without paper, without legal paper. They used to call Asian people chink. They chink, chinking around. Like basically, they can't straighten their eyes. They used to call white people is cracker. Cracker means you crack the whip, you crack the slave. Basically, you don't get no crack to the whip, which they did. Let's be honest. They used to call Middle East people sand niggers. Oh yeah, they said that. That tell you what they think about the Middle East. And they even call Jewish people. And I don't care if people call me anti-Semitic because I know what it means. I know that means you can't speak no Hebrew Arab. I know what it means. I guess I speak of I speak against the Shemites. I'm speaking against them. I know what they saying. The people the cards are. Even the Jewish people know. How come Drake he can say the word nigger or nigga, but he can't say kike? You know why he can't say kike? Because Drake. Most Jewish people look at him. He is non-Jew. They call him whatever called glyco, whatever glyco, Jitico, or something like that. Start Gigo Y, something like that. He's non-Jew because he's not. He in a big head, but he's not a small head. It just goes to show you what they think. I bet you won't hear that from Fox News. You won't hear that from them. See, it just goes to show you these are the people we got to deal with. Just like that bullshit term African American. Look how they describe an African American. African American is also referred to as Black American or Afro American or a descendant group of America, and citizens or residents of the United States with a total or part of ancestor from any of the black racial groups of Africa. Give me one group reason. Name me a black racial group. Are we Ethiopian? Are we Nigerian? What? Then you got Jamaicans. You got the goddamn Haitians. You got the goddamn Barrios. That's Barbers. This explains a lot. Then you got Trinidad. Trinidad is what? Trent is Turk? Is Turk Trent? Or what? Is French? You see what I'm saying? See, this is why there's so much problems. The term may also been used to include only those individuals who are descendants from slave Africans. Who slaved the Africans? Britain, Spaniards. Who slaved the Africans is German, French, and Britain. That's who slaved. Now Spaniards, they slaved people in America, but even though they slaved them as well, and so is Britain, and so is goddamn basically again French. And compound adjustment of the term is usually inherent as African American. African American is comes a situation to okay. African American is comes situated the third largest of racial and ethnicity groups in America, after white American and high Hispanic and Latino American. High Hispanic and Latino American is still the same. That's still Spain. It's not a race. It's ethnicity. It's a language come from Roman Catholic. For all you Mexicans, you Puerto Ricans, and all y'all still are part of Africans and part European. That's all I gotta say about that. Sometimes Asians. Most African Americans are of Westerner and Central African descent and and are descendants of enslaved blacks within the boundary of the President of the United States. On the average, African Americans are of 78% West Africa, basically Nigerian. 19% is European. Basically, they talk about Russians, they talk about Greeks, they're Black French. Go look it up. And all these other stuff, man. And 3% Native American heritage, with a very larger environment between individuals and immigrate from some Africa and Caribbean and Central American and South American nations, and their descendants may or may not also self-identify with the term. What does that tell you? Every black person is not no damn African. What is the language? What is the language of the term Africa? See, Jesse Jackass came up that slogan, African American, but basically means conquer land. We're conquer fucking people. That's all black African American is. They are conquered land, conquer fucking people. How we went from African American to Black American to Negro to color. We're the only race talking about color. But I never hear no white people think they color. They think they pure. Bullshit. If they fucking pure, then why is there's blacks in Europe? But you will never hear that from Fox News. Fuck them. They're fucking hypocrites. How can they sit there and say they call Obama a fucking pussy and right on the goddamn TV? They need to get off their narrow ass and think they can do a better job. But they the ones put them in office. Now y'all want to put them out of office? Oh, forgot. If you don't have a certain feature, somehow you're not white. You see what the fuck? Oh, not white, you're Aryan. See, that's all white supremacy is about. These people think they're fucking Aryan, man. If you really listen to their racial rhetoric and you believe that shit, if it was Indo-European, that's fine. Be proud of your European. But when you say you're Aryan, that comes from Persian Empire, man. And all it means to be noble and honorable, and that's all Aryan is, but it's disbanded, so they don't even know if these people exist or not. And then you got to look at the Atlantis. This is why they always talk about the Middle Passage. They passed the way of the goddamn Atlantis for all the way to goddamn Africa, to South America, to North America. But it's really all the way to Africa, to Europe, to Asia, to all the way to goddamn Australia, to the fucking cold, all the way to South America, to North America. This is why there's so much goddamn fucking problems. It don't make no fucking sense. And then you got to speak European language. There's 32 European language. You got Russia and Ukraine fighting each other, and they turn around and say they both don't like black people. Y'all got fucking nerves. Wait a minute. Y'all got beef. Yeah, that's between, they even got black people participate that shit. Make it look like an East Coast versus West Coast thing. This time it's from Ukraine and the goddamn Russian. But yet they both white. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why it is this whole politics is trick of bullshit. This is why I don't watch CNN. Fuck CNN, fuck Fox News. Fox News are the worst in CNN. I'll tell you, the stuff they be saying, I swear, the Democrats, they remind me of Caesar getting stabbed by 23 times and being taken out of power. See, they lust for power. That's all they about. And I'm going to say this to poor people, don't be stealing nothing from rich folk, because all you doing is proving their point, what they're saying. Oh, they just want something from us. But yet they got people in their family is poor. And they ain't even trying to help. These white guys, man, they kill me when they talk about. But if you don't believe all this, to all free acceptance, y'all keep thinking that the Ku Klux Klan ain't the original Knight Templars, because they are. And this explains why the fucking Freemasons was founded over there in Scotland. Even the banking system over there and sit up in fucking Switzerland. Switch guards, switch gears, switch doctors, switch account. It's the most expensive place of Europe. And I bet your white people know all this, but see, white people, they're going to do what they've been told just as much. We as black people, we ain't going to say a word. We know how our people is, just like they know how their people is. But when I look at Prince Hall Mason, he don't even exist. But Scottish Rite Masonry exists, even though there are black Masons. But something tells me, are they still working with white folk? Because why is it, if they're a black Freemasonry, why they're not planning on building stuff in the fucking black community? Why is it? You see what I'm saying? It don't make no damn sense. Prince Hall Mason, this man don't even exist. He don't even exist, man. The history of Prince Hall, he make it possible for us to also is being reconciled and enjoy all the privilege, free and selected. How did he select it? And everybody know Freemason was started off of there in Scotland, man. I swear, man, when we gonna get this shit? And I'm gonna show you something before I wrap this up. The black church. Oh yeah, it did some damage, all right, and it's been owned by 501c3. Oh yeah, the same people are the ones when Eddie Long molest them damn boys and girls looking like a black Catholic church. Yeah, no wonder. This is why I never step foot in no damn church. I'd rather go anywhere else. But y'all don't practice what y'all preach. Yeah. Y'all a joke, man. Y'all a joke. Y'all run with the same people are the ones who enslaved y'all. And they don't even want to apologize and say, you know what, I'm sorry. We made a mistake. We were wrong. They don't even want to say that shit. These people are fucking hypocrites. They turn around and always saying shit. I don't want to hear no more about no damn slavery. I'm not going to hear it any damn more. Y'all going to fuck with the wrong people. And that goes to Fox News, man. These people right here don't think they're not working together. Oh yeah, don't think that AACP and the Negro League ain't working. The same folks are the ones who control 501c3. Then you got TD Snakes. Then you got Eddie fucking Long dickhead ass motherfucker. Man, they got a lot of damn nerves. These people, man, these people are something else, man. I hope they get these people. I hope they do. Because they are fucking up in our communities. No. Oh, you talked to Squeak a while ago? Huh? I'm gonna tell you something else, man. I hope they get these people. But that's fucked up that a white guy called this Obama a total pussy on national TV. You see, black men, this is how they think of y'all. They look at us like we're fucking pussies. But guess what? Black men allow it to happen because they want to be accepted so fucking bad. They better kick these people some fucking ass somewhere, because I'm going to tell you something right now. Until black people going to have to accept the fact these white motherfuckers are a part of you. Huh? But because of this damn caste system, this bank system, this scientific racism, racistology is fucking up not only the white community, it's fucked up the black community as well. Huh? This is why white people are so fucking confused. They don't even know who they are. Huh? This is why I never understand it. But I'm not mad at white folk. It's these people in power that over them is the fucking problem. And I'm going to tell you something. They owe it to my fucking ancestors, the damn Klan and all the rest of them. They are full of bullshit. They even did there was a story about a dude that joined the Klan that one of his daughter had a baby with a black man, but he disowned her because she had a baby by a black man. What does that tell you? They some evil motherfuckers, man. I'm telling you, black men, y'all better be careful who the women you slept with, because there's going to be some fathers ain't going to go for that. They're going to fucking gun your ass down. But have you noticed you don't hear nothing about these white guys having babies by different women? Have you noticed you never hear an Asian man have a baby by different women? Latino men have a baby by different women. Middle East men, you don't hear none of those races men. All you hear is black men. No, you don't hear black men. You hear niggas. When they think of nigga, they think of Nigerian descent. That's what the word nigga come from. Basically, they want us dead. What are they trying to tell you? Who own more guns in this country? White Americans. Who do they fighting with? It's the people of Arab or the goddamn Jews, Asians, Latinos, and blacks. Go read the Bible. It's called The White Man's Bible. Go read this Bible. Go read this book. This is a white supremacy book. And his name was Ben Kenson. Yeah, he wrote this book, and it's only like 10,000 of minutes to 6 minutes, 600,000 minutes. And this motherfucker is a fucking Republican. He's a fucking Republican. He's a fucking Republican, and he created of a wall amount of electric can opener. Yeah. And he descendants, he the part of the Ku Klux Klan. The same people with the burning cross and hold the Bible on the left hand and have the nerve and try to say these people, somehow Jesus was white. But if you look at the show in Good Times, why do they say Jesus was black? Why they say Jesus was black? If you watch the show on Good Times, and there was a scene that Michael and had a painted image how JJ painted an image how Jesus looked like. They ain't talking about Nigerian. They talking about he described as an Ethiopian. He's black and white. And there's no way white guys getting whipped like that. There's no way. And these white guys are already aware of this. But they so scared to say it, they just go along with the bullshit. And white women are the real reason why black men being lynched. And they wonder why black men are not allowed at that time couldn't date couldn't date a white woman. But now they can. But the thing is, it's still a double standard. But it's funny, they won't even say about Bill O'Reilly, how he molested his own, how he, not molested, he abusing his own wife. Oh, they ain't gonna fuck with Bill O'Reilly because he got money. Oh, they ain't gonna fuck with Donald Trump. This is the same Donald Trump that set up Bill Cosby. And you can't tell me Donald Trump ain't paying these women and get them to lie on Bill Cosby. Because Bill Cosby talking shit about Donald and said all he do is run his mouth. Oh, they ain't gonna fuck with Donald. These white supremacists, they a fucking joke. They worry about integration and they think they superior in other race, and some of them even thinking they better their own race. with the Jim Crow and this civic slave trade and this the critical racial theory. It's all bullshit. People of color, integrated Jews, and Catholic. But these are the same people being castrated, get burned by the Roman Catholics when whatever his name is, King Philip the Fourth and Pope Benedict the Fifth, they took the Knight Templars out of the fucking order over there. This explains why every year they support Israel. Why? Because Israel was the first headquarters where the Knight Templars were. What's the second headquarters? If it ain't from Germany, it'd be Britain. And then sometimes French and all the other part of Europe, and then it went to Scotland and all the way to cross parts away from Scotland. That's when Switzerland came involved. Yeah, Switzerland. This is why Oprah Winfrey can't even buy a goddamn published purse, because they act like they don't even know who she is. That tell you right there, Oprah Winfrey can't stop racism. Because if she did, they would have known who she was. They want to know who she was. And it's sad about Nina Simone that when she went over there to Switzerland, her career was been in sink and tannic. No, her career was sank and crash. When she started speaking up and healing from the black community, they didn't want nothing to do with her no more. They don't want nothing to do with Nina Simone. And I felt bad for Nina Simone because there is no civil rights movement. He should say how far. And this black woman asked how far we come. How black people far they come. We think because we got Obama in there, somehow we made it. No. They don't realize we got a long fucking way to go. We didn't have arrived. We didn't came nothing. But you can't tell black men and black women that because they so damn dumb. They'll believe anything what people tell them. How can we be that fucking stupid? You got white folks stupid as well that believe anything what people tell them, and they think the whole world is all about them, and they got to learn the hard way. Everything ain't all about them. But when other group of races are taking over, they got a problem with that. It just goes to show you. Yeah, great. We mixed with the Knight Templars blood. Yeah, great. And it got something to do with the Moors and the Nation of Islam and the Black Panthers. All the rest of them are the reincarnation of the Moors. Those people. And you wonder why there's so much fight. And even a damn black gorilla family. That's a prison gang. And don't think they ain't doing no drugs with the Aryan Brotherhood. They still do. They even put in these damn movies. They even control and own the citizenship of both of them. Just like Aryan Brotherhood, they descendants of the damn Knight Templars. The skinheads, the goddamn white nationalist movement, and the Aryan nation, and all of them. They're descendants of the goddamn Knight Templar. This explains why they wear that goddamn logo. The only thing you can prove who part of this stuff when Hitler, he is wearing the Iron Cross, the Black Iron Cross, the Tonic Sonic Order. The Tonic Sonic Knights. That's in Germany. Him and Triple H wear that same symbol. I never understand why white people wear the symbol, but now I see where they come from. And I'm telling you, there's going to be some white brothers that's going to be denying it to this day, but knowing that they've been enslaved by their own people, and some of us are slave them, and this explains why they slave the people from Scotland to all not only to Scotland, but even from to Sicily and Spain and Portuguese and all this other stuff. This explains why there's so much racism going on. This explains it. This explains it why. They even said that black people even slave their own people. And you got Africans do not want to admit they slave their own race. They don't want to admit it. I don't even heard Europeans slave their own people, but knowing they did. Asians did the same thing. They slaved us. And they slaved the Europeans. Europeans slaved us. They slaved the Asians. And we did it to the Europeans and Asians. We all did it to each other. And it comes from Noah's kids. From Ham to Shem and Chapet. Chapet is the oldest. That's Europeans. Ham is the second. Ham is the Ham. I mean, Shem is the second oldest. Ham is the second oldest. Shem is the second oldest, and third is Shem. Shem is second oldest, and third oldest is Ham. But somebody please explain me. If Ham is the third oldest, then why they said every race of humanity starts from Africa? That tells me right there that Ham had to be older than Japheth and Shem. See, they lying about all this stuff. They lying this. This is why I don't believe anything what's been said in that Bible until you have to study it. If we don't wake up now, they're going to keep on doing this shit. They're going to keep doing this shit. That's why whites need to wake the fuck up, because they are being used. Because if they don't, they're going to always be lost. They've been lying to Latinos, Asians. They've been lying to not only these white women, they lying to black women. But I bet you these white women don't know their own men create the word feminist. They own men. So that means they got to thank the white guy for that. If black men find out that the word feminist came from a white guy, they're going to be pissed. And the first thing they're gonna question white guys. They're gonna question them about it. They're gonna question them about it because they knew all this the whole time. And non-white, people who ain't sweetened. When people say non-white, they basically mean people ain't sweetened. When people say non-black, people ain't Nigerian. When they say non-Asians, they talking about Chinese. Y'all better wake up, because all racism is promote an idea to put one race towards another race to make other race inferior to the other race. They do it to their own people. They did it to other races. That's all it is. They slaved the men, the women, the children. They done all that. Even sex slavery at that time. They slaved white women before they slaved black women. They been doing this shit. They even slaved the Asian women on top of that. And guess what? Asian men did that to their own women. White men did that to their own women. And black men did it to their own women. But black men trying to say they never done it. Come on. They even have history even show. History even shows itself what they did. Come on. They got document facts. You don't think government got document facts and know what's happened at that time in Egypt and can trace back? Who the babies that throw out of the alligators? It wasn't no white babies. It wasn't no Asian babies. You know it was black babies they throwing. It was throwing alligator babies in the damn Egypt. If they did that then, they did that to the goddamn Mississippi River in New Orleans. Nothing's changed. They probably still doing this shit by now. I don't put nothing past these people, because they knew black was the original pope. They knew it. They knew it the whole damn time, and they didn't say anything. But they know whites can't produce black. That's impossible. Why you think Madonna and Brad Pitt and all the rest of them adopted these African kids? Because they know they can't produce black. They know they can't. Don't these celebrities, these white celebrities, adopted African children? I never understand why. And then you be hearing stuff of what they do to these African children, molesting them, beating them, doing them wrong. But how come these white people, these black folks, don't adopted white kids? I never understand that. I want white people, please explain this to me. And for all the people that believe in Charles Darwin was a racist. Because how can this guy say that every race of people came from animals? He trying to say that black people came from apes. That is bullshit. Who gonna believe that? Nobody. If any white person that believe that shit, you a fool. Because explain this to me. How come an ape can't drive a truck? How come a monkey can't drive a plane? How come a chimpanzee can't even drive a goddamn airplane? Huh? If they can't answer me on that one, that tell you right there is a lie. Huh? White people don't want to admit they're the original binos. They don't want to admit that, but this explains why they own the hospitals. This explains why they own the banks. This explains why they own the TV. It's sad that black folks don't know nothing about it. That means black people are still part of the European family. The problem is these white supremacists don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it and say, you know what? We did have sex with black folk. Why you think there's black? There's going to be a black Klan. It will going to be a black Klan in years to come because because black people mix their blood with those folks right there. That burning crosses and shit. That hanging black men from trees. They were done all that. And the reason why they cutting black men's vaginas, cutting black men's penis off, they trying to make a statement, trying to show everybody they don't want people to find out what the race they came out of. Mm-hmm. Where you think baseball game was based on? Based on black men's testicles. Mm-hmm. It's based on that. Yeah. Look at hockey. Look at golf. Some people say that we created hockey.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Black ice instead of white ice.
Well, I don't know.
I know it's hard to believe. I don't believe it. It's hard to believe. Because everything we see in these images is white. And no wonder why they paint these paintings look like Caucasians. And they know there's black people in Europe at that time. Huh? Hell, there's white people in Africa. There's Asians in Africa. There are Asians in Africa right now trying to take over Africa. Because Asians are still connected to the bloodline with blacks. And so is white. These white folks, these Asians, all the rest of them come from us. They come. Yeah, you ain't kidding. But you know what? I couldn't. But I could.
I'm gonna get my TV from over Michael.
Yeah.
Cause I got this cable in these rooms.
Yeah, I know.
The big TV. I'm gonna put that big one in the living room. The other one.
But I'm gonna tell you like this, man. But that's just my commentary. I'm making a video. We need to question everything, man. A lot of the stuff what's on the Bible, the things we see on TV, everything we've been taught is a lie. Everything. And the black church need their ass whooped too. Before I go, this whole curse of Cain. For all the black people that keep believing that curse of Cain, they need their ass whooped too. Because all curse of Cain was about how Noah molested his own grandson. Don't it sound like it? The way you read it, if black people look it up, they be pissed. That's what it says. All right, black people died for nothing because somebody told this damn lie. And the original black pastors, that come from Ned Turner. Ned Turner, it says right here, Ned Turner, a slave and a pastor preacher, was inspired to arm and rebellious, meaning to kill white folks in a rising that killed about 50 white men and women and children in agenda. Yeah, Nat Turner did that shit. He did that shit because Nat Turner got tired of being enslaved. Now they got a new movie coming out called The Birth of the Nation. This time it's going to be Nat Turner's story. See, black people to this day, they know they need white folks. But they begin to sound just like them. Because their mindset, their bloodline, they connected with these people. When they talking about free blacks, basically black people mixed with European blood. That's all it is. They ain't talking about free dark blacks. They talking about blacks who mix with brown. Free blacks in both of Norfolk and southern cities formed their own graduation and churches before the end of the 18th century. They organized an independent black graduate in the church to practice religion and part from the white overseas, part away from whites. Come on, religion did came from white folks. Everybody knows that. But they became their own form, their own God. And along with the white church and postman to slavery, free blacks in Philadelphia provide and confront to slaves who escaped and help all new rise and adjusted to the city life. But look what it says right here, people. It says right here that have this whole idea about the curse of Cain. Anybody who believes there's a damn fool. Look what it says, man. This is why white slave blacks. This is why to this day they still practice this. To this day, using the Bible stories that to reinforce the people to keep to their place in this society. Use slaves to be loyal and disobey their master. That's what it's all about. Basically, they can't maintain the beyond to do things on their own. That's all it is. That's why they say majority and minority. Majority is the people of big club, the part of the rich, to protect the rich people. And minority is the people, is the poor, and everybody else in the middle. That's all it is. But they so stupid nowadays, they don't even look this shit up. And no wonder. I mean, I don't believe anything what a politician say, because a lot of times they be lying. In the 19th century, and Methodist and Baptist chapters are founded along or many of these small communities in common and plantation. During the early declare of the 19th century, they used story much as the curse of Cain to justify slavery to themselves, to make a benefit. Their idea that loyal and hardworking slaves should be rewarded in afterlife. That's the most dumbest stuff I ever heard in my life. Sometimes slaves implement their own Sabbath schools to talk about the scriptures. Slaves are recently tried to teach others to read, as Frederick Douglass did while and still slave as a young man in Maryland. See, that just goes to show you, man, that this is why would they tell a group of people not to read and write? It's maybe because we created read and writing. See, that gets you that gets you to thinking. There's no way white people can read and write. There's no way. Because they don't tell white people not to read and write. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, that's why people need to question this stuff. The whole slavery in the middle pathway is all bullshit. Because if that was the case, where are the slave boats? And I'm still trying to find that answer to this day. People couldn't answer that. They couldn't answer it. I asked the people that question. I asked white people that question. They couldn't answer it. See, what that tell you, we live in a lie, and they've been lying. Just like I don't get about Hitler. If Hitler hate Jew, ain't he's a Jew himself? Anyway, like I said, and it got something to do with the reason why they sterilized the women, because they having sex with black men, especially in Germany. That's when black Germans came in. And Jews mix with black. So is Asians. So is Romania people, Gypsies, all of them. Even the goddamn Slavic people. They've been enslaved by the Moors. What do you think the Black Knight and the White Knight is about? The Black Knight was about the Moors. The White Knight was about the Knight Templars. Those people are the reincarnation of those people. And anybody that keep thinking that they're not descendants of those people, They're dumb and naive, huh? They dumb and naive, and it will not happen again because of the Night Templars, because of the Moors, because of the Mongols. It's gonna happen again, and whites and blacks gonna keep on fighting because they're damn ancestors, huh? And they wonder why it's always a racial incident between black and white. They wonder why. And a lot of that is elders, and elders knew about this the whole damn time and didn't say anything. Just like women knew it, they wonder why they can't find a good man because it was going on for years. No. How long did the store that we went? Right down the street. He should be on his way back. Yeah. Wow. Not just. I know it ain't far. But that's just my commentary, people. I just want you to think about it, man, because I'm done. Just do your own farm research because these people ain't going to get away with this shit. Because it just goes, I feel bad for the young generation because they don't know anything about this. And when they do, they're going to be surprised. Huh? Because they're going to find out they've been lied to. Huh? But nowadays, these kids, some of these kids are aware, and they're getting smarter now. They're aware now. But that's just my commentary. Just give me your comment, give me your video response, tell me what you think of this video, all right? Right. It's your boy Domination. This is Back to the Basics. You're going to do society text, babe. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace and out. All right. Peace.